The Ashes in Sydney, Australia today made sure they would win the series against England after the tourists fought back to force a draw in Adelaide, where moments ago Alan Border ended the game at 5 for 335 in England's second innings. Captain Graham Gooch with 117 and Mike Atherton with 87 attained some glory for England, safely steering their side out of danger.
England started the day needing 151 runs per session, an almost unattainable figure, but Gooch and Atherton kept the scoreboard ticking over.
Very good shot, just a little wide that one.
The English captain was in fine form.
He's hit that miles.
Gooch brought up his half-century after 131 minutes, and the English openers had consolidated their partnership to 115 at lunch. Graham Gooch wielded the willow in true swashbuckling style after the break, taking the Aussie bowling attack apart. Atherton had a lucky escape on 55. His sweep shot went through the fingers of Craig McDermott. Gooch notched up his second Test century against Australia with a boundary after facing 177 balls. But shortly afterwards, Reid made the breakthrough when Marsh held a brilliant catch in the gully to end Gooch's excellent innings of 117. England won for 203. 43 runs later, Atherton joined his captain in the players' room after slashing Bruce Reid. Wall's safe hands ended his innings at 87. Alan Lamb and David Gower then continued to pour on the runs, and at tea, England were 2 for 267. Lamb quickly brought up his half-century off only 46 balls, but not long after he got an inside edge to a McDermott delivery, and it was the start of a mini collapse for the visitors. Gower was unlucky to be given out LBW, and when Jones caught Stewart's attempted drive off McDermott, England's momentum had ceased and they crawled to a draw. Dan Malicki, 10 Eyewitness News.
So while Australia has shown its superiority over England, the next step is taking on the West Indies in the Caribbean. And the 16-man squad consists of the 12 players from today's Test team, plus the inclusion of Steve Waugh, Peter Taylor, Mike Valletta as the number 2 wicketkeeper, and Michael Whitney, who at 32, and after missing last year's Ashes tour, is the surprise, but gets a berth for his left-arm fast bowling and his 7 wickets against the Windies in Adelaide in February 1989.
It's the realisation of something that I wanted to do for a long time, go on a full Australian tour, and I'm very happy that the selectors have chosen to go my way this time and give me an opportunity to go to the West Indies. They're a fantastic bunch of blokes. I mean, we all know each other very well. We've all played a long time together, and I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful time, and let's hope we can go over there and smack them and come back the best side in the world.
Meantime, one of the unluckiest players to miss out is one-day star and Victorian captain Simon O'Donnell. But the hard-hitting all-rounder was philosophical about his omission.
You know, I had 2 really good options. One was to, if I was lucky enough to get picked. The other option was stay here and hopefully finish in the top 2 and try and win a Sheffield Shield Victoria. So I'm one of the lucky people. I had 2 very good options.
Well, O'Donnell's omission was the only downside to another great day in the re-emergence of Victorian cricket. The Vicks today defeated Tasmania outright after Tasmania fought back hard with skipper Dirk Wellham hitting 77. In the end, the Vicks won the match by 85 runs. Set 370 runs with only 6 wickets in hand, Tasmania would have needed a miracle to beat Victoria, but nobody told Tasmanian skipper Dirk Wellham and Danny Buckingham, who put on 80 runs before Siddons had a direct hit and Buckingham was gone. Obviously, the pressure was on, and both captains, Wellham and O'Donnell, had heated words at the wicket and had to be separated by umpire Paul Jensen. And with Wellham in full flight with the bat, suddenly Tassie looked a chance.
It was tight, but, in the end, persistence, and the blokes kept working hard and it turned our way.
O'Donnell had the final say anyway, Wellham out for 77. After that, the Vicks were in control, with man-of-the-match Paul Rifle adding another 4 wickets to end the match with 10 for 136 and a knock of 86 runs with the bat.
You wouldn't see a person play a better Shield game. 6 in the first innings, 4 in the second, and an 80 as well, under a lot of pressure. So he couldn't have played, and that's really, that'll make him grow as a first-class cricketer, and I'm sure you'll see some great efforts from him now in the future.
Yes, a magnificent effort by Paul Rifle, and Jamie Siddons with another 100 yesterday puts Victoria 8 points clear of WA and Queensland and 12 points in front of New South Wales on the Shield ladder. WA and New South Wales play each other on Thursday, while the Vicks play 3 of their last 4 games at home. David, so the Vicks looking quite good there, and I think I would have backed Simon O'Donnell if it had gone another step further.
Yeah, it was a bit fiery, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
Thanks, Ed. Well, a worthwhile wait for the first 5